My name is Hawi Nashipae Suji. For a while now, I guess, I have been struggling with my mental health, um, and it got really bad last year when we were at home and we had nowhere to go, so I had to stay home with my thoughts. It got really bad that at one point I couldn't go a whole week without having a mental breakdown, like an emotional breakdown. So I just go about like my week, and then one small thing would trigger me, and then I just break down completely. And back then I found it really hard to talk about because there was this internal voice that was like, no one is going to listen to you, no one cares, and like, how we were in a pandemic, get over yourself, like people are dying, just. So I suffered in silence, basically. And as I was suffering, I guess, in that silence, it got a point where I gave up completely. I was done. I was done with myself. I was done with God. I'm over everything. But it was in that point when I decided now to reach out to someone. I'm like, let me just see. Let me try, at least. So at least I tried to reach out. So I reached out to a friend and I told them that I was struggling, like with my mental health and everything. And I felt hope because I was like, because they listened to me and like, I hear you, like, your pain is valid, it's real. So I was like not excited, but I was just like like a breath of relief, because I was like, okay, finally someone is listening to me. So that was one burden that was lifted, just the fact that I had someone that support from a friend. So it eventually became easier, and I stopped fully relying on the friend, and I started believing again in myself and in God. So I started listening now to God, like what's happening, what's this and everything. So I was listening to him, and I was also questioning him, because I was like, God, no, like you said, the weapons formed against me will not, like the weapons that are formed against me won't prosper, but they are prospering. They are prospering. And that the plans you have for me won't harm me, but I'm feeling harmed, God. Like, what's going on? Like, show me those plans so that I see that this, like, I've not gone somewhere else, Then I felt like God was like, are you done? Like, are you done being dramatic? Here you go, Then I immediately felt the urge, just suddenly, to listen to a song. Like, I just had a song, so I was like, okay. So I played the song. The song is Highs and Lows by Hillsong. I played it, and as soon as I started playing, I started crying. So I listened to it, I cried. I'm like, it was on repeat. I listened to it for a full hour. One song, 1 full hour. And I was like, why are you even crying? Like, what's this about? But in that moment, I didn't know I was crying. But later I realized that I finally felt that I could hear God. I was like, yes, this makes me I can now hear you talking to me. And 2, in that moment, I was like, I knew that I wasn't alone, and I was never going to be alone. And yeah, I think this story, I'm sharing it right now because I'm not necessarily in a good place or in a better place. I'm still struggling, but I'm struggling from a point of knowing that even in this struggle, God is still faithful, that He still has good plans for me. And even though I don't understand why I'm still in this moment, I will just sit still and trust that, He has my back.
When it feels like the dark lingers longer than the light, when the shadows feel like giants, are you the stars. There's no hiding from your love. Highs and lows, Lord, you're with me either way it goes. Should I rise or should I fall? Even so, Lord, your mercy is an even flow. You're too good to let me go. Should I dance on the heights or make my bed among the dead? Your mercy waits at every end, like you planned it from the start. Should the dawn come with wings or find me far side of the sea, there your hand still fastens me, ever closer to your heart. Oh, oh, oh. Highs and lows, Lord, you're with me either way it goes. Should I rise or should I fall? Even so, Lord, your mercy is an even flow. Should I rise or should I fall? Lord, you're with me through it all. You're too good to let me go. Surround me either way it goes. Should I rise or should I fall? You were faithful through it all. Highs and lows, in the rhythms of your grace I know. Should I rise or should I fall? You were faithful through it all. You're too good to let me go.